Hi everybody, Shannon and Karen with Wandering at Yonder. Today we're going to share with you the campground here at Cape Henlopen State Park in Delaware. Pretty cool campground, different than anything we've ever stayed at. Pine trees and sand.
Interesting combination, but it's very, very pretty.
Yep. All right, here we go.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and start right from the beginning. This is the A loop. This is site 1. Now over here you have, this is site 2. So it looks like you park here along the road. There's your power, there's your water, there's your picnic table. But you are basically parked alongside of the road. This is like 2, 4, 6, 8. This whole row here is parked alongside of the road. Now, so the even numbers. The odd numbers are here on the side of the road. They actually have back end sites. So that's 3, 4, 5. Or I'm sorry, that would be 3. This is 5, 7. So here you go again. Here's 4. So these are definitely a little unusual sites. Probably good for maybe a pop-up. Nothing that has where the slide would come out on the left side, because your slide would be in the road. Your awning would be out there towards the site, which is nice, but this area here is a little unusual. All right, that's site 11. That one's a really small one. 13. There you go. 8. Again, this is what is called A road. All right. 8, 10. Again, evens the whole way up here alongside of the road. Odds. This is 15. 17. All right, again on the inside here. Now these are really nice sites. I mean, this one over here, your picnic table is way down in these pine trees, which is really nice, but you've got to walk all the way up to where your RV or your car or whatever would be up here on the road. So I guess these could be walk-in tent sites too if you wanted. But if you want the power and or the water, those are all up here by the road on the A loop, or A road, I should say. So this is 14, 16, 18. It looks like at least up to 20 here. That's 19. 21. For the most part, they're fairly level sites. All right, so here you go. You can see a camper here in this site. This is site 20. I mean, they've got their RV in there. And their site is down in there. There you go. All right, so that I could find, this is the only trash area, which is at the very front of the campground, right when you check in at like the guard gate. So you've got to walk your trash or drive your trash from your site down here. All right, so down here there's the trash receptacles. Here is the dump station. I did not see any septic hookups throughout the park. So you have to utilize the dump station. And that is right at the beginning of the campground. Like I said, up here, here's the guardhouses to get in. All right, so there are a lot of trails that you can access right from the campground. There's a couple of these fire towers here. Those are interesting. Fire Tower 7, you could actually go up in, which we did that in another video. This is the entrance here. All right, so here's the campground map. You can see it's a fairly decent sized campground. They got cabins. These are all your tent sites. A loop, B loop, C loop, D, E, and then you got F. And up here's G. And this is the fire tower that I was referring to that we went to. Here are your rates. All right, here is road B. This is site 1 on B. Site 2. Again, it looks like all have electric, water, picnic table, and fire pit. It also looks like most of the sites are paved. This is 3. This is B4. B5. That one is not a big one at all. B6. B7. And beside it is B9. 8. B10. B12. B9, 11, 13. Okay, so you can see here on these inner loops here, they do back up pretty close. This is B13, and that's the A site right there. They are back to back. B14. B15, B16 looks like it is normally a host. This is the end of March, so things haven't quite got kicked off yet. This is B17, B19. These are really, really tiny sites. I mean, you're talking about maybe getting a car in there. Okay, and over here in the B area is the campground store. They also have, I believe, a wash area with washing machines. There's a playground. This is where you would get your ice, and it looks like probably the firewood here on the B loop. This is B21. There is a bathhouse. It looks like about every other road. So this is B. This has the showers and the bathrooms. Go check these out. All right, so the nice thing is they are individual showers. This one has the bathroom, or the potty, the sink, and there is your shower. And it's heated, it's nice and warm in here. So, this is shower 1A. So there are these family showers around. And then the individual showers do not have the toilet in them. It's just the shower. All right, so we're back on the B loop. That is B25. This is B27. It's pretty quiet here now, but I would imagine in season, with them being this tight, campground is probably a little bit noisier than it is now. This is B29. All right, here's a pull-through site. This is B18. Oh no, I'm sorry, that must be B16. This is B18. Looks like the pull-through sites might be actually considered part of the next loop, but these are pull-through sites. All right, B31. B33. And B35. All right, so this is one of the camp hosts. They have a number out front on the post that you can contact them if you need. There's the firewood. Looks like it's the honor system. Looks like there's actually 2 camp hosts here. So, 2 side-by-side camp hosts here on B. All right, so now we're on the C loop, which is, we're going to be going backwards on here. So this is C28, C26, this is C23, C25, and as you can see here, the C loop or the C road is hooked right up to the back of the D road. So you would have your camper here, and then you would have another camper right there. Okay, so this is site 21, and this was that pull through that I was talking about earlier. Pull through sites they're pretty big ones. It's a fairly easy campground to maneuver. Even a large rig, you wouldn't have a problem getting through here. 19 is a pull through site. 24 is a very tiny site. Here's 22. $17. Here, this is the C road. This is 17. That's a pull through. This is site 20. And again, we're on the opposite side of the bathhouse and the camp store here now. This is the C road. And they have these little pathways that connect halfway, that go the whole way through the campground. But eventually take you down to the trash cans. This is 18. Site 16. 14. This is site 12 here. This is the back of the camp store. You can see the ice. Got a place for your bikes. This is site 15. This is 10. Again, this is the C road. 13. 8. 11. So you got site 6, site 4, site 2. This is site 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1 is on this side. So here you go. We got site 2 and These look like pull-through sites for site D here. All right, again, these inner sites on pretty much all of the roads. These are tiny sites. You got a van here like this. That's just fine, but not much room for a trailer and a truck. That is site 1 on Road C. All right, so there is an amphitheater back here. This is off of Road D. And like I said, there are lots of trails right off the campground, which makes it really nice. The ocean is over there, and the bay is over there. So this again here is by the amphitheater. Alrighty, so this is the D loop, so site 1. Like I said, site 3 is a pull through. D2, again, this inner loop always seems to be the shorter sites. So it's D2, D5, pull through site, D5, D4, down there's the cabins. D7, D9, D6, that one's really tiny. D11, D8, D10, D11, 13, 12, D14, and here we got 15, 17, D16, D18, D21, D20, there you go. Here's this walkway again that goes pretty much straight through the center of the campground. All right, we got D25. D27, D29, you got 31, 33, and up there where the van is, that's us, that's D35. That one's right on the end, and it's actually a pretty nice site. And there you go, like I said, we are D35. That is home for the night. Right. So, like I said, you can see there's plenty of places to walk. I'm going to go back and check out the next area. This is Road E. Alright, so this is site 1. Don't see site 2. This is site 3, E3. And these are pretty big sites. E3. This one here is E4, or I'm sorry, E5. And this E road sits right up against the back of the cabins, And then down in there is the walk-in tent site. So this is E5. E7. E9. E11. 13. E13 is a pull-through site. Oh, okay. Over here's the E2 that was missing. That looks like the camp host. So it looks like each road has a camp host. Here's the walkway that goes through the center. We got E15, this is E4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. This is E17, pull-through site. E19, which is a pull-through site. Back over here, 6, 8, 9. Or 6, 8, 10, and 12. We got E21. Here on the end, you got E23 and 25. So there you go. All right, so we are now back in what they're calling the walk-in tent site areas. These are very cool. So you can see you park out here, and then your sites are back in. You gotta walk your stuff back in, which is great for privacy. It gets you a little bit more kind of in the woods. And these are nice sites. This whole area back here is the walk-in tent areas. All right, so you got all these walk-in tent sites, which you can see they go back in. So you got like one here, one here, one here, and then over here you've got some more. And they're kind of behind this fence, so you get a little bit of privacy from the rest of the campground. Now over here, this is the F loop across from, or I'm sorry, the F road. So it looks like there's only a handful of sites. F4, F3, F2, and F1. And here you go, here's some more of these walk-in tent sites. So they're pretty close to each other, but it does kind of get you back in there a little bit away from the hustle and bustle of the campground. So there's a bathhouse right here, and looks like they have some cabins. All right, so all of the tent sites and a few campsites are on Road F. Now, off of Road F is the cabin area. These look fairly large. It's got a screened-in front porch here. That's really cool. All right, so that's cabin 10. It's just a loop here. So, which is a little interesting. Here's parking for cabin 10, and then cabin 10 is actually over here. So cabin 11 has its own parking. Looks like they have air conditioners. That's kind of nice. This is cabin 12. All right, so inside here you can see they've got an area to sit, trash can, chairs. Looks like they do have air conditioning. It's hard to see. Looks to me like it's just beds. Just beds. And you got your water source out here. Like I said, the bathhouse is right over here. But this whole loop here is the cabins. 9, cabin 8, cabin 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm guessing over there is cabin 1. So now there is a trail that runs all behind the campground, and I believe that is the Dune Trail. I think it's like almost a 3-mile trail. So that's nice that you can access that right from this cabin area. All right, so a little bit of something to pay attention to. So here you can see here's parking for cabin 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's cabin 1. That's cabin 2. That's cabin 3, and cabin 4 is over here. So that would be a little bit of a hike there. Cabin 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 have parking right in front of them. Cabin 10 is a hike. Cabin 11 has parking right beside it, and cabin 12 has parking right beside it. And like I said, there you go. That's part of the trail you can get back to, and I believe it's a paved trail, that Dune Trail. All right, this is the G area. This is G14. There's a bathhouse right here with the G area, so that's nice. So these are for tents. You got these real cushy pine areas, which would be fantastic for tent camping. Here is G15, right beside the bathhouse. This is just its own little loop back here. G13, so I'm guessing you can drive right down in there if you want. These ones here on the outside, the G12, 13, 14, these are definitely bigger sites than on the inside here. This is G16, and as you can see, you would have neighbors right on the other side of the fence. So this is G12. And with all these pine trees, it's pretty shaded and protected from the wind, which is nice. This is G17. This is an unusual site. This is nice. You could park over here and camp back in here if you wanted. There are water sources kind of scattered throughout here. This is G18. Another water source. G10. And the cool thing here about the end of this is kind of like a G loop. There is right over here, this is Fire Tower 7 that you can get to, and you can actually hike up in and you get a 360 view of the area, which is well worth the trek up there. All right, G9. Back here by the tower, these are really, really big tent sites. G8 is a fantastic, you could get multiple tents in there. This is G7 again. You have this whole area. You could get multiple tents in there. G6. Over here is G19. G5. Again, really, really big area. This G loop is, if you're a tent camper, this is the place to be. This is a really nice loop. This is G20 over here, and these are the ones I said you kind of be back to back. G4. I apologize, it looks like we're doing this loop backwards, but you get the idea. G21. This is G3 over here, and you can see the sand dunes back in there behind it. That's pretty cool. They do ask that you stay off the dunes to protect the dunes. Unless you are out on the trail. I'm not sure if there are trails that you can access some of the dunes. G2. And that's it for the G loop. Alright, so here's G1. Over here's your bathhouse. And like I said, this G loop goes the whole way around. This entire loop back here is nothing but these gigantic pine tree sites that would be absolutely wonderful for tent camping. You got all these cool areas that you can explore in this campground. It's a really nice campground. Love the combination of the sand and the pine trees. That's unusual for us. It's, I think, the first time we've seen something like this. So we are wrapping back around to us over there at D35. All right, guys, we hope that you found this helpful. If you are planning on making a trip to Cape Henlopen State Park in Southern Delaware.